broadcast live.
Please, one more time, put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen, for the gorgeous Gigi Lamayne.
Wow. So the EP is called Six because six in biblical times. My name is Genesis. I'm a firm believer in our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. I decided to go with the name because six basically represents obligation. I had an obligation to come back as the female rapper that everybody loved, and to give back to you guys with the bars, but doing it musically. And shout out to Ambitiouz for developing me over the past few years. I've had a very rocky ride. Labels that promised me things, management teams that fell apart, and I hope this is my time. A good brother of mine, Requester, said to me, "Gee, it took me 15 years. 15 years until Ngutu dropped. And your time is coming, and I'll be one of the people to shout the loudest for you." I'm representing the south side of Johannesburg. Grew up in Soweto, Lenasia, Eldorado Park. Those people are responsible to me. So thank you so much, and I hope you guys have a good time. The first song is called Six. It's really a freestyle, just to say I'm back at it. I'm one of the youngest to do it in the game. So the first song is called Six, and I hope you guys enjoy it.
Queen of African rap shit. Others posting up and they faker than catfish. I've been a Baptist and you drowning in my flow. I push harder till I'm draped in those maternity clothes. I play back my cassette, pulling harder on these jets. And they work up on my pecs for the checks for tech. They wanna hate for no reason. You be hanged for the treason for I reign in an era. I ain't fucking with no seasons.
I see their teardrops under smiles. Can't stop, won't stop, envision me. Ignite the night like paraffin. I pick up that mic and tell the world that I am just a little girl. Protection's what I need from you. In everything I couldn't do. Responsive, yes, I need you. Your love, your joy, your passion too. So I break into the stars. Only hope tomorrow's ours. For I believe in symphonies and Mozart making history. And every time I think of me and what I ought to really be, a star so bright and loud it only whispers in the trees. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. That is the first song. I'd like to welcome everyone back onto stage. They are on the second song of the mixtape, and they'll be on the album, which will be in stores on November the 23rd. Let's go. Let's go.
You guys know what to do, right? Let's get it. Cascades,
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
I'm the baddest in the game. Round of applause for Gigi Lamayne. I'm the baddest in the game. Baddest in the game. Maksugum sino I don't say. I'm the baddest in the game. You can Google, I don't play. Yeah.
It's hammer time with the toolkit. About the preaching on pulpits. It's one time for the naysayers and a cool time for the...
Okay, hold up. This is the proper introduction. It is an honor, ladies and gentlemen, to welcome my sister and Ambitiouz, Miss Londi London.
Twinkle, twinkle, little star, you'll find your way, shine brighter than all the stars. You were made for this. Go on, kill these bars. Go on, reach for the star.
Let's go.
Reach for the star. Reach for the star. Reach for the star.
I'm standing here with Gigi Lamayne and wait, actually I'm not this tall in real life. Wait. There we go. How are you doing?
I'm good. Oh my gosh, for a moment I thought you were actually taller than me. I was wondering what was going on.
Did you know that? I looked at him like, no, but I was never taller than Gigi. But how are you doing? I'm so excited for you. I'm so happy. There's so much to talk about. We haven't spoken to you since you signed to Ambitiouz, formally spoken to you. How are you feeling?
I'm good. I'm in a good space. I'm ready to make music. I'm far much happier. I feel like the EP was the cleansing for me and the album is like the light at the end of the tunnel. super excited, and I think I've begun to understand the artist I'm supposed to be and the place I'm supposed to hold in the industry. So I'm really excited.
I love that you use the word cleansing. You know, how was it, and what is the kind of thoughts going through your mind coming from a situation that's not so favorable, moving into a new one so quickly? Because a lot of us were worried, like, girl, you can't not leave a label and go into another one.
Yeah.
You know, so I mean, how was that transition for you?
It was really easy. I think if you are one who's very knowledgeable of, you know, contractual agreements and things like that, you will know who to go to. I mean, there are a few names in the industry, Mark Friedman for one, you know, a lawyer, who are able to make sure that, you know, things are as beneficial to the artist as possible. So, I mean, I'm happy where I am. I'm happy I can finally focus on the music and not worry about logistics or anything other than that. And they believe in me just as much as I believe in myself, yeah.
On the EP, the first 3 tracks, you're rapping. You're just like bars, Gigi, you know? And then when you get to the lower part of the EP, it's your more musical, you know, adventurous side of things. And you specifically said that Ipupo is your new sound. What does that mean?
So basically, I think I try to, you know, I was speaking to Zandia earlier on, and it's more of a holistic approach to what I can do. So how do I bring the rap element, the musical element, you know, and not lose myself in the kind of, you know, confusion of wanting to go with the trend. So I think the Ipupo versus Roll versus Stimela, if people had noticed, there was a very similar synth that was going on there, and that's what I meant by a very, you know, defined sound. So you still rap, but you're still able to sing and be nice and really touch the hearts of people who need to hear those messages. Yeah.
I love how you've really lately taken in so many different people that upcoming talents, basically. I love how you working with your Focalistics, the Mr. Olivets, the Eminent Fams, and you have said that you trying to specifically use your platform to do that. I mean, when did this come about? And I know naturally as people, there's people we notice and we're like, damn, I wish people could be more privy to this person. Yeah. But I mean, at what point did you make the decision to say, no, I'm going to share my brand with all these people, and why the people that you've chosen to work with?
So first of all, I'm very you know, I just felt that I had worked with everyone I kind of wanted to work with in the industry, and they had put me on. And I just felt that even though I haven't reached the pinnacles I'd like to reach, it's very important that I put on other people, because that's how I got into the industry. Cooley, Pro Kids, so many people put me on. And for me, I think that was the biggest message behind it. Also because I've recently joined up a lot with the LGBTI community. I am a straight heterosexual female. I, however, have my best friend is, you know, a gay male, and we constantly face these battles. And when I found out that there was a gay rapper by the name of Mr. Olivets, and he's on some "I'll Take Your Man," I was really, really intrigued by that. I was really intrigued by, you know, his image, his vibe, and you know, he was a dancer and then he transitioned into becoming an artist. Focalistic, I actually went on tour for the Gigi Goes Gold tour with him a year or two ago. Yeah, and then I just kept tweeting about him, and I would always tell him, yo, my friend, when you make it, like, you're gonna make these people sweat. And I think finally it's happening for him. I'm just happy that I got to share with him before the world did. I think for me, that's the biggest thing. I always feel like, yo, this is my brother, because I saw him come up, I saw him go to studios, I saw him, you know, try to hype a crowd with response, without response, most of the time with response. And that's when I knew it's important to team up with someone from the ground up. And when they flourish, I flourish. So yeah.
Let's talk about the track selection on the EP, because you said you had to pick 6, and I think some of the, because you did a song with Focalistic and Mr. Olivet, but they're not on the EP, right? So what happened there?
So basically, what we wanted for Coco and all one and the same is the hype that we're getting right now. So people responded so well to them that we felt that the 2 songs were actually gonna like drown the EP, because they were just that great on the streets. So instead, I told them, guys, I am launching the EP. Let's look at this either for album work, or rather, why must it be mine? Let's have an actual like joint project, all 3 of us, that we get on and we do. So that's why we had removed it off there. So people can expect like a nice, very nice project collaboration, you know, from myself, Focalistic, and Mr. Olivet. I think for me, I didn't want to be selfish about it, you know. I wanted them to come here, showcase their own songs, be great on their own songs, and then we go back to the drawing board and we create new songs that people love, because everybody was vibing to it. Yeah.
In terms of the album, you know, you were supposed to do iGenesis Deluxe, and then now you're working on new material. So I mean, what's happening there? I mean, obviously when you're doing a deluxe edition, there's some songs that you're going to add to the album. Are you going to bring those songs into the new album? Like, what's happening with the new album?
It was a cleansing, like all off. It feels like, you know, it was that hairstyle that you had for so long and you had to like move away from it now and, you know, find a better hairstyle. So no, there won't be any iGenesis Deluxe. It's clean slate, clean stuff, new stuff. And, you know, I've started doing a lot of soul searching now. I'm sure you can tell. I'm very centered now, very calm, know who and what I'm about. And I've become a very good judge of, you know, character and music, obviously with the help of other people. So by bringing back iGenesis, I feel like, you know, it's almost as if I'm bringing back those characteristics and those things that I didn't learn when I could produce something as nice as 6. Because I don't know how you feel, but I think this is my best body of work and there are only 6 songs on it to date. Yeah.
Let's talk about your train of thought currently. Also, let's actually, there's so much to talk about, by the way. We should have actually just brought the red couch here. But anyways, I should put it here. But let's talk about your train of thought going into the album. Like you're saying, it's a cleansing, and yourself, you've been through so much in the public eye. And if there's something about artists, it's so unfortunate that we, as human beings, we all go through shit. But I mean, as an artist, then it's like your shit is now privy to everybody else. You know, let's start with your image and your re-image building, where you're saying Ambitiouz was helping you come up with, you know, the way you want to be seen. How's that going? And I mean, we're seeing it on the gram, by the way, but how's that going? And how does that align with how you feel? Because you're soul searching, and also it has to match with the way you look, you know, so how's that going?
You know, of course, I'm never going to demean people and say there's something wrong with taking off clothes, never that. So don't be surprised when you see me posting up a picture in a bikini, but that shouldn't be what it's all about. I think that's how I see it. And for me, at some point, I felt like, is this all it's about? Like, despite the fact that I'm really good at making music, and I think the image has to, you know, almost correlate with the creativity of an artist. And I think, you know, today, shout out to Puma, they hooked me up with the gear, and I feel comfortable, I feel okay, I could perform, I could move around well, and yeah, it was just me. Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about the album. I know I'm pushing it, but
So it drops on November 23rd. You can trust that Eminent Fam will be on it. The 23rd of November, Eminent Fam will be on it. And a lot of greats. I'm excited about it, and I think it's going to be my best body of work. I just need to beat the EP right now. Because for everyone who's listened to it exclusively, they're like, I don't know how the album's going to be better than the EP, but let's see. So it's going to be fire. It's going to be hell, as I'd put it.
We're so proud of you, Gigi. Congratulations. It's so important, especially as a young artist, for you to wake up. You know, you want to be waking up at 35 and your life has gone by and you've got albums that you're not proud of. So really congratulations on the EP. It's sounding good. We can't wait to hear the album, and we can't wait to see more of what you're doing.
Thank you so much, guys. Thank you for having me, Precious. Thank you.
All right, well, that's it.
They find it funny when I'm down to my zeros. Trying to pick it up, I've been down with Lamino. Hey, it's been a real long life. Need to push up and I'm shining till the end of the night. Abanga, saka, las tupega, sfusu, las tupega. But I kept on that new cheddar, who better? All I know, it's been a real long road. For the same damn reasons, I'll be down to the floor. And a steady grind in the land of the rumble. Tell you it's a war in the concrete jungle. Agukolula, Agukolula. And a steady grind in the land of the rumble. Tell you it's a war in the concrete jungle. Agukolula, Agukolula. Abangani bahleba ngami, obahleka amaphutha ami. Mhlaba wazi inhlupheko zami, mina ngizofela amaphupho ami.
Broadcast live